Hi, I'm Andy Swanson with Digital Audio Labs, and I'm here at Full Compass today to talk about our Livemix CS-SOLO. When we designed the Livemix personal monitoring system, we wanted to make it volunteer-friendly with professional features and also provide a great value. So we introduced the Livemix CS-Duo, which is 2 mixes in one box. It provides a great value for the churches, for stage use, for the studios that are using personal monitoring systems. You've got an A mix, which is a blue mix, and a B mix, which is a red mix. And that gives you a great value because 2 users are sharing a single box. From time to time, you may find that there's a person who's not sharing in the same way. There's a drummer or a keyboard player. Perhaps the box is too far away to share. It's at the front of house or it's behind the studio glass. The Livemix CS-SOLO provides a perfect solution to that. The Livemix CS-SOLO provides all of the functionality, all of the features of the CS-Duo, but in a single mix package. 24 channels, EQ and compression on every channel, an additional 4 accessory channels that gives you ambient mic, that gives you an intercom, it gives you an auxiliary input, as well as a metronome, in addition to those 24 channels, and they can be blended into your 24 channel mix. You have a channel overview that makes it very volunteer friendly. You're not mixing numbers 1, 2, 5, you're mixing Bob, you're mixing background vocals, or whatever you choose to name it. It's a touch screen, so you just simply select the channel and adjust the volume, or press down to adjust the pan. In addition, you can select a me group. So if I'm a worship leader and I'm playing guitar and I'm singing, I might select that I am a vocal and I'm on guitar, and that is my me group. So now I have a dedicated knob that is always my me knob. So if I'm playing and I need to make adjustments, I don't have to worry about which channel is selected. I just grab my me knob and adjust either more of me or less of me. And let's face it, it's going to be more of me. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's say you're using the CS-SOLO in a front of house position. You're using this at the mix position and you've got performers on stage and you're a little bit removed from where the action is. Here's what you can do with the CS-SOLO. And this introduces a feature called MirrorMix, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go into my MirrorMix mode, and what that allows me to do is see all of the other mixers that are in the system. So now I will select one, and as soon as I select it, I am now auditioning this vocal. So if I can plug in my headphones, and now I'm listening to Angela. So let's say Angela is playing and she's getting frustrated. She can't hear herself. She doesn't hear herself well. So what I can do is I go into my MirrorMix. Now I'm listening to her and I hear that maybe she's just hearing her vocal and the hi-hat. So I can go into my MirrorMix mode. It changes colors. You can see that it's orange here, so it knows that I'm not in that blue mix or a red mix zone. And I can go ahead and make a mix for Angela, make those adjustments, and then I can actually intercom her and say, is that all right? Is that going to work for you? She gives me the thumbs up and we're good to go. So now Angela is performing at her maximum because her mix has been made perfect for her. Another example is you're a musician on stage. Let's say it's a club or it could be a church stage. You've got all of your 24 channels here and they're going to simply make a mix, and this is just so quick. I adjust my volume on Bob. I'm going to go through here, adjust my background vocals. It's always a great idea to pan things that are not yours off to the left or right. And some great mixing tips. Here's what you want to look for. You're going to find your personal sound, who you are is your first channel, and you want to identify that and bring up the volume. Secondly, you want to find your timing reference. So in this case, it is going to be on the second page, and let's say it is my kick and my snare. And I am going to adjust my kick up, and I'm going to adjust my snare. That's going to be my timing reference. And then you're going to find whatever your pitch reference is. So if I want to hear, let's go back, and let's say in this case it's the organ that is providing the pitch reference. I'm going to adjust my organ to get that pitch reference. Those are the main things that you want to be mixing in. Everything else can be panned lower or off to the left and to the right. That will clear up your mixes so that they're not muddy, and it will take your mixing to the next level. Remember, when you're doing a personal monitor mix, we're actually trying to make good monitor mixes so we can hear ourselves. We're not trying to get the next Grammy. We're not trying to do a perfectly blended mix where everything's in its perfect place. You want to hear yourself. your timing, your pitch, and then the other stuff off to the sides and dialed down just a little bit. So now let's talk about some of the deeper features. Like I mentioned, Livemix is designed to be volunteer friendly, but it's also full of professional features. We've got some alternate modes that allow you to customize your mix a little bit deeper than just your volume and pan. I'm going to press and hold any of these channels and go into what we call a single channel view. The single channel view allows me to set a preset for each channel. Let's say on this one, we have a guitar electric rhythm preset set up. You can see the volume, you can see the pan, you can see if it's in a group, and I can also mute or solo the track. If I do mute and solo, you'll see there's a little indicator in the upper corner. All of a sudden you're just like, I only hear one track. Oh, I look at there, I see, oh, there's the yellow flag. I know that something is soloed. I can go through and find out what that is. If I need to name the channels, I do another long press, and now I see Bob Guitar. Let's say this is Bob Guitar 1. As soon as I name that, it populates the entire system. That makes it very quick and easy to set up an entire mix. I can go in here to some of these presets. We'll click on that, long press on there, and once I do that, I can see my presets here. I can go to my channel EQ. Now here's where I can get really detailed. I've got my high, my mids, my lows. I can make adjustments. I can press and hold. Again, now I'm getting to the frequencies, and I can adjust the frequencies, allowing you to really dial in a fantastic mix. One of the great features about our EQ and compression that's on every channel is that they're global in nature. What this means is that when you set it up for one person, it's the same for another. Now, a lot of times I have to be honest, we get some pushback. We have people who want that EQ and compression on every single channel. But you remember, this is about being volunteer friendly. And this allows you as a front of house or the tech director or the studio engineer to set up the mix for everyone so it sounds really good and not have to worry about whether your guitar player, your background vocalist, your drummer, your bass player knows how to apply EQ and compression correctly to all of the 24 channels. I can go here, set up my high pass filters, my channel dynamics, and so you can see it's very robust. Now I can go out of that. On top of all those features, now I'm going to go to the master volume and click on that, and I get to my master configuration. High, mid, and low EQ, it's very powerful, so where you may miss some EQing on the channel level, you really get it back here, and once you try it, you're going to find that it works so good. High pass filter, dynamics, reverb. You add a little bit of reverb to the mix and it just opens it up. It just helps so much. You can select my master output. I can select a headphone stereo output or a balanced mono. So you can actually use this box to run powered floor wedges if you wanted to in the balanced mono mode. And then you also got a volume limiter and a peak limiter here as well. The volume limiter works just like it would on a media device so that you don't go louder than a certain volume, and it can actually help to protect your hearing. In addition, we've got some more deep features. I'm going to go into these global configurations. Now the global configuration is something that sets up for the whole system, and you'll be able to see that it goes to a purple color. And this makes things really easy when you're training people. If it's purple, you see this X, press it, get out of there. You don't, pretty much most volunteers, if you see the X, press it. You don't need to be there. So I'm going to go back here into our global configuration, and we've got some great global options. I can set the clock. I can set a global mute. This is more of an experience feature that you might use in a studio, or if the front of house needs to be able to mute one and mutes for everybody. Let's say it's a speaker's mic who's going on and off stage and he wants to be able to mute it for everybody. That global mute allows the mute function to function across the whole system. You can set a passcode. This allows you to block out certain features from people monkeying about with it. And let's face it, people like to monkey about. This is my favorite, global dim LCDs. I know it seems like a minor feature, but if I hit global dim LCDs, it's going to send all of the LCDs on stage to dim. So let's say you're a speaker, or let's say you're a worship team, and you leave the stage, and now we're going to roll a video. We say, please watch this wonderful video. I can hit that global dim LCDs, and all the LCDs on the screen are going to go dim, so they're not now creating light pollution, creating distraction with the video that you're watching. We've also got some other local features that you can set up: quick mute, quick solo, so you can quickly adjust the mutes and solos without having to go to that single channel view. Fantastic integration with Dante. If you're running a Dante system, the integration is so easy. You can go into our digital configuration, import the first 1 through 24 channels just instantly, and you've got your Dante network set up. Super easy. You can save your global templates to the device or to a USB stick. You can actually save your personal mixes to a device or a USB stick as well. So it's a very robust system that you can see that it is made for your volunteers to get around easy. But if you have a little bit extra knowledge, you want to engage the sound a little bit deeper, you've got all that power that you're able to do that as well. So the Livemix CS-SOLO is that perfect solution for the front of house guy who's removed from the rest of the team, for your producer or studio engineer who's behind the studio glass, can help out make mixes with the people that are actually doing the recording, or for your drummers or keyboardists that are maybe not sharing. Maybe the drummer at a house of worship stage is back behind glass and it's not as easy for them to share. The Livemix CS-SOLO is a perfect solution for that. The Livemix CS Duo, which is also available, provides a great value because you're getting those two mixes in one. And it's a good thing to think about whether it might be something that you can live with these two mixes at the drummer position, because then come around Easter, come Christmas, when invariably you'll need more performers on stage, you'll actually have those additional mixes. But for those cases where it's just imperative that you have one box for one mixer, the CS-SOLO is a perfect option for that. To learn more about the Livemix CS-SOLO, go to fullcompass.com or contact your Full Compass sales professional.